The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
We have gone through a very grueling month-long qualifying process, and now we're going to see who is going to play and win. This is the Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2022 Tournament Preview. Welcome, puzzlers. This is your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart, and joining me to go on this journey of when our players are going to be playing against each other are 22 players playing against each other for this one-player stadium tournament. It is our defending Pokemon Puzzle League champion, FFR Pro.
Yo, what's up, guys? I am back. Hopefully to do something that no defending champion has done before, and that is actually successfully defend their title.
Yeah, we've been going back and forth between champions in each of the different games. And this is going to be one of the hardest tests we've had yet, with 22 players to split up into our 4 pools this year. We've got some very deep groups, groups with multiple people with chances to get onto our main bracket. But we're going to go ahead and confirm now who is going to be in each group, and by the end of today, we will see who is going to be playing against each other when. So we got a full schedule for you. We got looks at each player. It's gonna be a fun 2 hours, I'm sure. But first, if you're just tuning into this game for the first time and you're not exactly sure how it all works, allow me to take a couple minutes of your time to explain how this game is going to work and how we are going to play it in this tournament. Pokemon Puzzle League is a Match 3 puzzle game first released for the Nintendo 64 on September 25, 2000 in North America and March 2, 2001 in Europe. It was re-released on the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console in both regions in May 2008. It is a Match 3 puzzle game in that if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also to send garbage blocks to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can prove to be very disruptive. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear, and then have the panels immediately above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you will have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. Easy mode has 11 stages, normal has 14, hard has 15, and V-hard and S-hard have 16. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. So let's talk about the tournament that we are about to play, that we are about to embark on for the next 2.5 months, shall we? So we did end up with 22 players signing up for this tournament, and they will be divided into 4 round-robin pools, which you are about to see in just a second. Our pool matches are all going to be races of the one-player standard mode in best of 5 matches. So first to win 3 races wins the match, and we're going to be playing them on all of the lower game levels, easy, normal, and hard. So, if you haven't seen these match formats before, here's how this works. The players will end up agreeing to the first level for the match. We'll pick between easy, normal, and hard to start with, and then the loser of that race will get to pick the next level that will get played of the remaining options, and we'll go on like that until we've played through all of the levels easy, normal, and hard. And if we still do not have a match winner by that point, then games 4 and 5 can be picked by the previous race's loser on any of those levels. And once we are done with that process, which I expect to still take the somewhat traditional at this point 5 weeks, then we will have the top 2 players in each pool advance to the final bracket, where it becomes double elimination. So after playing through easy, normal, and hard for 5 or 6 weeks, we'll get into V hard for the first 2 rounds of each side of the bracket. Again, best of 5 as usual. And after the first 2 rounds, we're gonna go up to S hard, mostly for the final matches of the tournaments. Those will be best of 5 until we get to grand finals, which will be a best of 7, with the winner of the winners bracket starting with that 1-0 lead. And since it's in S hard, it is going to be a very, very healthy advantage for our winners bracket winner. So we'll be seeing several people trying to do what they can to get that prize. But if you don't make the final bracket, don't sweat it, because we do also have a consolation tournament for those players that do not make it to our main bracket. That is the redemption bracket, as we have called it. We are playing on the hard level only in the redemption bracket, best of 5, and it is a winner-take-all tournament where the champion will get a certain percent of the prize pool, which we will talk about in just a second. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at what is at stake with our prize pool. Our pool is actually starting right now at $91.01, thanks to the support of everyone that has contributed thus far. In fact, I think I just saw Tetris Attacker throw down a resub or something along those lines. Thank you, TA, for the year of subscribing to Puzzle Speedrun, and your subscriptions will get to add portions of that revenue to our prize pool. In fact, please remember that this is September, so it is Subtember on Twitch. So if you are not currently subscribed, if you are only a tier 1 sub and looking to move up to tier 2, if you are only subscribed for 1 month at a time and want to boost it up to 3 or 6 months at a time, now is the time to upgrade, because Twitch is giving discounts on all of the subs, all the new subs we get in September for the entire month. So you pay a reduced price for those subs, but we get the full amount. So if you've thought about subscribing to the channel for all the perks that come with that, now is the time to do so. But if you don't feel like throwing down a sub, then we'll still take your bits, your Twitch bits. We'll add those to the pool, dollar for dollar, and of course our direct donations will also be accepted. In fact, if you type !pool in the live Twitch chat, you can get a clickable link to where you can donate. We should also have a link to to that donation link in the video description as well. But you can see how everyone is going to be paid out in this tournament based on their performance. And if we do get to our goal of $600, that is going to be a nice chunk of change for our winner, especially. I guess I'll throw it to our prior winner, FFR. What would you buy with your winnings?
Oh boy, I'm not sure. I mostly save my money, but with $240, probably get some game stuff. I'm actually looking at trying to get some new Nintendo Switch controllers because my Joy-Cons that I have are suffering a bad case of Joy-Con drift.
Ooh. Yeah, that is definitely something to think about. We are definitely particular about our controllers in this community. So if we're dealing with some alien controllers, maybe you can use what you win here to chip in towards that. And everyone in this tournament will get a chance to win something. If they don't get into the final bracket or they don't win the redemption bracket, there is a random raffle. So everyone in the tournament will have a chance to win something. But new to this tournament, this is not the only tournament that we're doing. Oh no, this one-player stadium tournament we've been doing since 2017, but we're adding tournaments for the other two modes we primarily speedrun this time around. That is the Marathon and Spa Service modes. I know, Thomas, you are very familiar with those two modes. How much are you looking forward to these?
Well, Spa Service, definitely my OG bread and butter speedrun. The very first speedrun I actually did. So I'm looking forward to that. Probably just be me and Yoshi in grand finals because we're both really, really fast. But yeah, marathon will be interesting because there's a lot of good players that are really good at a chain in. So I think marathon there'll be a lot of really close matchups if people are playing well.
Indeed. So we're gonna be playing those two tournaments in a week-long break that is going to be scheduled in between the pools and bracket stage of the main tournament. On that Saturday, we will have the marathon event. It is in 2D, so no 3D shenanigans this time. Oh yeah. All the virtual console users are either crying or rejoicing depending on their perspective on 3D. But we're doing it on 2D as the traditional mode. Speed level 1 as always for all of our marathon categories. And even though we actually separate categories for each level, each game level, easy, normal, and hard, I'm going to be leaving it up to the player during the event which level they play on. Because if you can chain good enough, you probably should get rewarded for playing on the higher level to get things processing faster. Because the goal of this marathon event will be to score 100,000 points as fast as possible, and then top out the stack as fast as you can. So that's gonna be a fun one to get into on that Saturday, and then on that Sunday we will have the Spa Service events, just a straight speed run of the line clear mode. If you can chain, you can beat the mode. If you can't chain, heaven help you on the last stage. Let's say that. but I imagine most of our players who have signed up for that tournament so far are capable of beating Spa Service with some regularity. And if If you do well in each of those tournaments, if you win each of those tournaments, then I will personally give you a $50 top prize. Though I will not discourage anyone from donating specifically towards those prize pools. Those are one-day only events. $50 is a nice chunk of change for one day's worth of action, but maybe other people want to see them get more. So go ahead and throw in whatever you can to support our players. And if you want to join in on the action for the Marathon and Spa Service tournaments, we're still taking signups. We'll be taking signups through the middle of October. So go to Start GG now and get involved with all of that. Those will be a very nice change of pace from our normal fare with the tournaments. Before we take a look at who is going to be playing where in this one-player stadium tournament, let's review the qualifying process and how we got there. So I challenged all of our players, myself included, to put their best times forward during the month in each of the one-player stadium levels that we are playing. That is all of them. Not only was each individual category graded on a curve based on the fastest time in that category. So if someone got 7 minutes in one category and that was the fastest time, they scored 100 points in that category, and someone with 14 minutes in that category got 50 points, for instance. So yeah, not only were the levels graded on a curve, the levels were also weighted based on the minimum number of races that need to be played to be champion. So due to the nature of this format, we could see the champion come out of pools 1 or 2 and only have to play 4 matches in easy, normal, and hard. So it ended up being 4 points for easy, normal, and hard, and V-hard and S-hard, we're going to have 2 rounds of each of those, so those are going to count for 6 points each. Though I am very much considering doing away with the weighting for future tournaments, because V-hard and S-hard are just so volatile that the better players are just going to get a greater advantage in those levels compared to everyone else anyway. So just placing more weight on the V-hard and S-hard is just going to make it much harder for anyone else to try and come back up the leaderboard, which we did see a bit in our qualifying stage. So there might be some tinkering left still to do with that formula. But new to this format, we actually did qualifying sessions live throughout last month. We hosted streams every Saturday and Sunday here on twitch.tv/Puzzle Speedrun, and gave all of our players 2 hours per day to post the best times that they could. And those players who performed in the live sessions got the highest tier of seeding, got access to the highest seeds possible. But we also had the option for players to submit times to our Speedrun leaderboard instead at speedrun.com. And that would enable players to get into a second tier of seeding. And then we have a final tier, as we always do now, for players who have been in tournaments before but did not have time to do any runs. We unfortunately had a couple of players who could not do any runs this month, but I still let them in because I know they're good from playing before. They should have nothing to worry about, but they get into the bottom tier of seeding, and that kind of messed with some groups just a little bit. Before we take a look at the different pools proper, let's review one last time the scores that each player got. I have hidden names for sake of drama, but anyone that's been keeping up with the qualifying process to this point should know all of the names that are on this board and where. But as you can see, there's a big range in the players that did live runs, which you can see marked in green on your screen, and the 2 players in orange at the very bottom were the ones that did not have time to do runs. But you can see the disparity The top players were getting over 90 points. Only a few were in the 90s, and then the bottom players got as low as 50 points. So it was a very, very tough process to get the best times this time around, and we had less time to qualify than this time around than the last time. FFR, you went through this process. How did you feel the process went overall?
I think it was all right. I think with the limited amount of time that you had, you're kind of more focused to really try to get a good time, because rather than just having an entire month to get good times. Well, you technically do have the entire month, to be honest, but yeah, you're just more focused to get good times, and it feels good that that when you do get a good time, that you do see the yourself climbing up the seeds and trying to get to the top. And I also noticed there was one person that took a lot of the hundreds. Gee, I wonder who that person might be.
Gee, I wonder who indeed. We'll find out who that person was in just a second. But it's very interesting to note if you looked at last year's qualifying, even though we had less time to get the top times, most of the top times actually improved from last year, with the one exception being hard mode, oddly enough. but yeah, all the top times that you see on the board, the 547, the 732, the 1133, the 1604 in the S hard column, those times are all lower than we had in last year's qualifying, when we had the entire month to submit runs. So I don't know if that means we're all simply getting better, or we're simply putting more concentrated effort, being more focused when we do our dedicated time. It's interesting. We'll probably end up revisiting this process again to add some tweaks to it, because we definitely had some players affected by the format, as might be able to see in just a bit. But I think that was a fun process, and I would definitely do something similar for the tournaments going forward. Let's see here. Is there anything else we need to go over before we talk about the players? I don't think so. So if you are watching live on Twitch, we are going to take a small break to get ourselves prepared for talking about these players, and when we come back, we will go over some of the players who are playing in this tournament and find out where they are going to end up. So stay tuned. You are watching the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2022 Tournament Preview. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2022 Tournament Preview. I am your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart, joined by defending Pokemon Puzzle League Tournament champion FFR Pro 21, and you can see on screen here how each of our players scored in the qualifying stage. But now let's take a look at the players attached to those scores and find out where they ended up. If you've been tuning in to our prior tournaments and seen those tournament previews, I usually start with the fourth pool and work my way up to the first pool with the top seed. But due to the nature of this tournament, due to primarily to the two players that did not do any runs for this tournament and how good they are, I'm actually going to start with pool 1 and work my way up to the place where there is the most drama, which is in pool 4, but we'll talk more about that drama in just a bit. Let's start here in pool 1 with the 17 seed Zeplander, who joined us for the last Tetris Attack tournament, and has been doing some very fun things in this community. He's known in the community now as the resident food guy. He's always posting pictures of meals that he's been having. so making our mouths drool, and then making our eyes drool with some of the play he's had. Not long after the pool stage of the Tetris Attack tournament, he actually posted a top 10 V-hard time in Tetris Attack, so he might be able to channel some amazing things and make some noise in this tournament. FFR, how impressed have you been with his play in general?
Yeah, he's been doing really well. Really putting in the work in not only this game but in Tetris Attack. So, definitely gonna be looking forward to how he'll fare not only in this tournament but in tournaments down the road. And he makes some pretty good food. I'm not gonna lie. Zeppelander one of these times should just open up his own restaurant and invite the whole puzzle crew.
I definitely love some good food cooked well. So if Zeppelander's treating, I will most definitely take part in that. You can see on these screens here a few little bits of information about each player, including the ranks in each category that the players did in qualifying. You can see Zeppelander was a bit held back by V-hard and S-hard, which, let's be real, that holds back a lot of people in general. Like, those levels have their own levels of, let's say, jank, that make them a bit on the difficult side to play. And we can also see which platform these players are playing on as well. Zeppelander is an emulator player for this game, playing on Project 64. Should be noted that I did recently amend the speedrun rules to allow the 3.0 version emulator, because there were some concerns about version 2 of Project 64 emulating the games at too high a frame rate. But now that 3.0 is out, I think it's a bit irrelevant to make the 2.0 restrictions a major sticking point. So we are allowing Project 64 3.0, and I think that, along with the Switch release, has opened up some options for several of our players, and this has ended up being one of our bigger turnouts since the 2017 tournament. So it's nice to see more people get involved, and again, cannot wait to see if Zeppelander will make a big splash in this one. One of his opponents from that last Tetris Attack tournament is also here in Pool 1, and it is Razorflame, who actually managed to post a few personal bests in the qualifying stage. And as someone who has been doing quite a few speedruns for quite a few marathons, Razor definitely knows what it takes to get it done in a live setting, FFR.
Yeah, he's been really actively showcasing this series of games in marathons to really show the what the games are all about. And it's been fun watching Razor over the last few years play these games and improve.
Should be noted that Razor did take our defending Tetris Attack runner-up Foxy Man to 5 games in that pools match last year, in last year's tournament. So Razor definitely can bring a few chops when the chips are against him. But Razor and Zeplander had a very epic 5-game set in their pools match from the Tetris Attack tournament. So maybe we can relive a bit of that spark in this one. Going forward in Pool 1, we have another big rivalry that has developed in the last couple of years. Maybe the last year, would probably be more accurate to say it. Let's start with the 9 seed I Like Being Smart, one of the veterans OGs in the community, and she pulled an amazing V-Hard run in her qualifying that almost had a chance for world record. It was that good. A 12:58 V-Hard kind of came out of nowhere, and that was good enough for third place in that category, and bumped her up to the 9 seed. And as you can also see on screen, she's kind of been living in the redemption bracket in recent tournaments. Definitely quite the party down there, as she puts it. She won the last redemption bracket for this game. She runnered up in the 2021 Tetris Attack redemption bracket. She's just been making so many strides to get better at her game, and I know you can appreciate this, FFR. She also won our minor Wario's Woods tournament, and would rather be playing that game. I think Woods might be the better game, but what do you think?
I mean, hey, Woods is a pretty fun game, not gonna lie. Definitely play the SNES version, because that's superior to the NES version. You know, I don't know why. Still don't know why a SNES version doesn't get re-released when it's obviously better, but yeah, Woods, very fun game. You know, definitely, you know, playing it here and there every now and then. But yeah, whew, that sub 13 V hard was definitely quite something. And you know, definitely when you get the RNG to line up in this game, you get some pretty extreme results when that happens.
Might also be a good lesson that in this game that splits really don't matter, because during that run, Smart had not reset her timer appropriately, so her timer was not running during that run, and she fully admitted after the fact that if the timer was running, the shakes would have definitely increased quite a bit. like she knew she was playing well at the time, but she was not keeping track of how well, and if she had, she would not have played as well. So we're definitely thankful that we got to see that run happen, and if she can pull lightning in a bottle again to get that kind of run in the pools, look out. look out. She definitely has that kind of potential, and she's been developing a bit of a rivalry in recent tournaments with our 8 seed Tai, who is part of the great migration from the PvP scene. We'll make a note of about every player in this field that started as an active PvP player. Tai still plays several PvP events, and you can see it in his cursor speed. It's a bit erratic, but when he gets chaining, he can get on to some very hot streaks. He even went so far as to upset me in last year's PPL tournament in the pool stage. So Tai definitely has some potential to do some amazing things in this tournament, Thomas.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, Tai is kind of one of those players where he gets on like the hottest of hots, and then can fall back into some of like the coldest of cold streaks, I feel. But yeah, I mean, when he's on his game, he is very dangerous, and yeah, I don't think I want to face him in player versus player play, because yeah, he's pretty good, even though I've never actually faced him one-on-one. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll join like a PvP tournament one of these times, and maybe I'll end up facing him.
Maybe one of these days. You can see in the qualifying ranks, Ty's score was mostly propped up by his V hard and S hard times. The easy, normal, and hard ranks leave a bit more to be desired for his overall level of skill. So if there is a room for an upset in this tournament, we might need to watch out for this one. The jostle between Ty and Smart for the second spot in this group would be a fun one to watch for sure. But this is the pool that also has the number 1 seed, and well, if you've been paying attention, you know who it is, and you know what is about to happen. And I'm sorry. I will fully apologize for appearing to rid it so that way I get the Mewtwo background once again. But I mean I had to run all of the qualifying streams as well as do my own run, so I'm very much surprised that I was able to get top times in 4 of the 5 categories. My V hard PB was probably the most improbable of them all, if I'm being completely honest. I also entered this tournament holding the records for RTA records for easy, normal, and hard, and so far that has not changed. I do expect that to change in the coming months, but I am back again from the top position, ready to retake my my place as the top of Pokemon Puzzle League, but it's gonna be a fight to get there, and we in FFR we got a long way before we even get to that point.
Oh yes, it's gonna be a long journey, for sure. But you know, as you can see, Cards has done that journey a few times in the past. Winning 3 LPS speedrun tournaments, and yeah, he's also the one that basically took all the 100s in qualifying. There was only one other person that got 100 in the other category, but we'll reveal that person a little bit later.
Indeed. So let's now take a look at the pool at large. It's myself, it's Ty, it's I Like Being Smart, it's Razorflame, it's Zamp, it's Zeplander. We've got some rematches, some rivalries to engage in here. Thomas, who do you think has the best chances to escape from this pool?
Well, obviously you, Cards, because you are number one seed that does pretty good on the lower levels as your qualifying times.
I did lose to Ty last year. Let's make sure we reiterate that. So there is room for me to get clipped again.
That is true, and it's gonna be a fight between Ty and Smart for sure, for that second spot there. But we had Razor, last year, make some noise, almost taking out a top player, and of course Zeplander has been putting in the work in this game. He's definitely been doing very well. So we can expect Razor and Zeplander to maybe give a good chance at that second spot out of this pool.
Alright, Thomas, let me put you on the spot. Do you think Razor and Zepp will produce another 5-game set this time?
I'm gonna say yes. I think they will each get a 5-game set.
Interesting. What about Ty and Smart? If they went the distance, who do you think would end up taking that one?
See, that's pretty tough, cause if Ty's playing well, you know, he can beat a lot of players, but you know, as I said, Ty can get on some pretty cold streaks as well, and you know, Nicole, you know, Smart is very experienced with speedrun in this game, so it's tough to give the edge to one of the players, cause you know they can get on a roll and whatnot. So I don't know. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to say between Ty and Smart who has the edge over who.
Yeah, I think just based on pure ceiling, I have to give the edge to Ty, but it's gonna be so close. I will not be surprised by any result in that matchup. It's gonna be so erratic, and depending on how the rest of the group pans out, it could very well decide everything. We'll show off towards the end of this show when that matchup will happen, but it's definitely one to look forward to. So that's going to take care of Pool 1. Let's go on now to Pool 2, which actually has quite a few fresh faces this time around. A couple of them I think are from the PvP scene as well. So we're getting a bit of the invasion, we're getting some fresh faces. Let's start then with the 18 seed Voodoo, who is a bit of a mainstay in the tournaments by this point, I think. I forget if he engages in the novice or the intermediate bracket, but it seems like Voodoo to me hasn't really learned the strats just yet for each level, but if he does, I think he could really do some amazing things. Like that PvP background should help him go a long way towards making some upsets in this tournament FFR.
Yeah, for sure. And we've seen over the years with PvP players coming over to the speedrun side, they're using that PvP background and skill to really get some good times in these games. So it's only going to be a matter of time that once Voodoo starts learning the strategies, that he's going to start climbing up that leaderboard pretty good.
Oh yeah. I would definitely be a bit fearful of what Voodoo could be capable of. The next person is also one I would definitely fear the capabilities. It is the 15 seed Fortnite Mike, who kind of popped into the community with little fanfare and not left most people really not knowing who he really was. We have gathered a little more information about this guy since he joined the community. It should be noted he is German, so we are expanding the reach of the tournament over to Europe a bit with this tournament, and Mike is showing that. But yeah, we've got rumblings that Mike is a bit of a PvP player himself, and if he wants to come out and confirm or deny that information, he is certainly more than welcome to. But yeah, I don't know truly what to expect from Mike in this tournament. He did pull like a 31-minute S-hard time, but yeah, FFR, do you have any idea what to expect from him?
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I haven't really seen Mike really play this game at all, but 31 minutes on S-hard is definitely, it's pretty good. And it's a pretty good time that can win some races, but it's also like very improvable at the same time. So we'll be looking forward to seeing Mike and how he goes about playing this game. So always excited to see new players.
Yeah, I think if we see Mike also work on the strats a little bit, he might be able to do some amazing things. But it will be left to be seen just what we're going to get out of Mike in this tournament. But a player we know a little bit more about, despite also being new, is our 10 seed Fate 7799, who came into this tournament with only a 23:01 S-hard time and has definitely shown himself to be in the running to make some special noise in this tournament. I believe his best S-hard in the qualifying was a 27-minute time. So Fate, I think Fate is definitely one of those players that knows what he's doing in general, and once the chains are on, the chains are the performance really shines. FFR, how much are you looking forward to see what Fate does in this tournament?
Well, first of all, personally for me, nice to see another Canadian participate in this tournament. So,
yeah.
Getting that, more of that maple syrupy sweet coming into this tournament to, I don't know, maybe offset some of the salt that we like to have. But yeah, only a 23-minute S-hard time, but he obviously knows he knows of the strats, and he's definitely did quite well. You can see top 10 qualifying ranks in almost every category, just barely missing out on that S-hard top 10. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see another Canadian other than myself, of course.
Oh yeah, we're definitely trying to get that to outreach to everyone that plays this game, and hopefully we're able to rope in Fate as a result of that. But glad to have you aboard, Fate. Hopefully you can do some amazing things in this tournament. And I don't know, Thomas. This next player, he might be one of the underestimated, maybe one of the most scary players in this tournament. It is our 7 seed Corey BLD, who had a pretty nice splash in the last Tetris Attack tournament. 2-2 is a nice record for a debut, and you can see those ranks: top 4 in easy, normal, and hard. Oh goodness! Oh, maybe that Rubik's Cube play is helping those Twitch reflexes. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, 4-4-4. That's going to be really good, especially in this stage of the tournament, because yeah, group stage is all about easy, normal, hard, and yeah, Corey's been definitely putting in the work in those categories. Believe it or not, he actually has a faster normal PB than I do, which is I don't know, kind of scary. By kinda, I mean pretty scary. So yeah, he's definitely gonna be definitely one of the much tougher opponents to be facing off in group stage here.
It seems like Thomas, you're about to speak from experience on that front, because when you know it, you are the 2 seed, and you are asserting yourself with those with that straight second place ranking in every category to get that 2 seed. How are you feeling about your chances this time around?
Well, I mean, those qualifying ranks, that's a pretty good poker hand right there. 5 2s? I don't know if we have any poker players in chat, but I think a 5 of kind is a pretty good poker hand.
You need wild cards for that. Go on.
Nah, we'll just play with 2 decks. No one will know. But yeah, I kind of do like. I think I like my group only because it's got probably the least amount of scary players I have to face. Obviously Corey is going to be my definitely my biggest opponent, because he's also quite good at this game. But I think I did all right with my group. You'll see why I kind of like my group, maybe compared to some of the other groups that we're gonna get to pretty soon.
I mean, yeah, we do have 3 new players in this group, and I don't know how many of them are all familiar with the strat. So it sounds like Corey is gonna be the heavy favorite to get the 2nd seed in this group, but FFR, you see anyone else having a realistic shot of coming out of this group?
I could see Fate definitely giving Corey a nice challenge, because he does have that really good S-Hard PB with that 23 minutes. Don't know. Haven't really seen him too much on the lower difficulties, but I would have to imagine he would definitely have an idea as to what the strategies are. Although with Fortnite Mike, I really don't know a whole lot about him, so it's possible, maybe once we see him play, that possible he can also make a splash potentially, but yeah, I think Corey, if he's playing well, he should have that 2nd spot.
He should. I think it's gonna be you and Corey almost walking away from this group. I honestly, FFR, expect you to go undefeated again in pool play, as you're like one of the only players in the community that seem to consistently get undefeated, to get XO in the pools. Are you honestly worried about losing any races in this group?
Well, I definitely do have to be pretty worried about Corey, because he is definitely shown to be very good at the lower levels. But then again, RNG does have its way to level the playfield a little bit. So yeah, I should do well, but if I do lose a race here and there, then so be it. I'll just blame the game like we always do.
At the end of the day, it might just help to simply blame the game and make yourself feel a little better, because this game compared to Tetris Attack can be quite random. Like even at the lower levels, these foes are actually improved enough that they can be significant threats to wasting time in quite a few different ways. But we can talk more about that when we actually get into the matches. For now, we'll talk about the rest of the groups that we will have for this tournament and figure out when they're going to play. But if you're watching live, we're going to actually take care of that after another brief commercial break. So stay tuned. You are watching the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2022 Tournament Preview. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2022. I am your head tournament organizer, CardsOfTheHeart, joined by fellow competitor FFR Pro 21. We have been looking at the players that are going to be playing in the upcoming one-player stadium speedrun tournament. We've gone through the first two pools, and for the for the maximum drama, we're actually going to take a look at the last two pools. Those are the pools with 6 players each, and due to the process with which we've been seeding the players, we've got some very, very interesting scenarios that are happening towards the end of these pools. We're going to start with pool 3, and we're going to go back to a bit of a blast from the past from a competitor that we have not seen in tournament play for quite some time. It is the 22 seed Flaggleston. Flag is back. The flag is going to be raised, and we are going to have a better time for it. As you can see on screen, Flag's been playing these games for quite a few years, and he hasn't played in a tournament since 2018. So it will definitely be nice to have him back again. I should also note I did have some time to speak with Flag earlier this week. He hasn't really been playing in the. He really hasn't been playing the game much. Didn't really have time to get into all the festivities. He's actually been experiencing some arm trouble, little bit of pain there, so he's mostly been resting up. But on a good day, Flag does have a sub 20 S hard time, so he's a very scary opponent at the bottom of this pool. FFR, how much are you looking forward to seeing him play again?
Yeah, it's been a long time for Flag, so yeah, very, very nice to see him back in the puddle action here. Yeah, I could see in chat, with Ty, yeah, we raised the flag. Yeah, it's been a long time since that flag has been raised, indeed. But yeah, nice to see Flag coming back. And yeah, sub 20 S hard, a very pretty solid time V hard. So he is definitely quite good at the higher difficulties of this game. So if he definitely comes back and somehow makes it to the bracket stage, he is definitely going to be quite a challenge to face off against. Though, you can see there, 24th in hard and doesn't have an easy and normal time. Kind of wondering if that lack of experience with playing the lore difficulties might hinder him a little bit. Maybe not knowing some of the strategies with those modes. And honestly, I think Flag's going to be sort of the biggest wild card in this tournament. Being that, he hasn't played in a while, supposedly. So it's going to be kind of interesting, to see, when we see him play again, is he going to be rusty from not having played in a while, or is he just going to be, just getting good times and showing that, he's still got it.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest range of possible times I'm going to see from a player in this tournament from Flaglestan. I don't know what he's going to be able to do. Again, he's been recovering from some pain recently, so I don't know if he'll be 100% for the tournament as well. But yeah. In terms of what is going to be possible from each of our players, Flag's going to be the most unpredictable, and if he is back to some form, then he's going to be a huge force to be reckoned with in Pool 3 here. We've got some players here that are very worried about what Flag is going to do, and just adding to the chaos is that we don't normally deal with 6 players in a pool, but this pool and the next pool have 6 players each in them, so there are going to be a lot of matches to resolve before we see who comes out on top. Let's take a look next at the 19 seed Karaoke, who is maybe one of the best sports in the community for continuing to join in these tournaments, even though she doesn't do particularly well. We've definitely seen her make some big chains and crush a few opponents that most players would not have expected. So she's got some chops when she's on her game. It's just nice to see her back, because these could be frustrating games to play, and she's kept through it, and more or less kept herself from wearing herself out over it. I know in the qualifying process she wore out her hands quite a bit, so hopefully she can take it a bit easy and hope to have a little bit more fun with this game again. Like FFR, how glad are you to see her back in these tournaments?
Yeah, it's always nice to see Karaoke back. Having fun playing these games. I definitely know, games like this, they can, take a toll on your wrists. So, we always like to have fun playing these games a lot, but definitely, stretch out the wrists. Don't strain yourself too much.
I am for one am always preaching to take care of yourself, because it's hard to take care of others without taking care of yourself, and hopefully from this process, Carrie is taking care of herself, and she'll be in peak condition for these matches. She's going to need it, because there's a lot of stiff competition from this pool in particular, and if it doesn't start with Flag, then it definitely starts with our 14 seed Tolker from Costa Rica, who splashed onto the scene in the last Tetris Attack tournament, did some nice things there, has really gone into the lab with this game in recent weeks, working on the double 4 combo strats that we've held on to for so many years, and has gotten some personal bests out of it, especially in the qualifying stage. I think he improved his time in every category in the qualifying stage. Maybe not easy mode, possibly, but Tolker is definitely at the top of his game right now, FFR.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's another one of those players who's really been putting in the work in this game to figure out all the strategies and execute them and really drive down those times. So yeah, Tolker is he's gonna be definitely making a good challenge to maybe make the bracket out of this group.
Oh yeah, this is a pretty deep pool we're working with. We can definitely see at least 4, maybe 5 players make some significant noise, and Tolker is definitely contributing to that. So good to see him back. Good to see him gravitate to this game. I believe he has told me that this is the game he grew up with first. This was the first game in the series that he did runs of, so he should be quite familiar with how this game works, and I expect him to do just fine. Another player I expect to do just fine in this field is our 11th seed, Lunar Chimera, who as you can see, definitely has some chops on the earlier levels. I believe his easy time in qualifying was a 6:09 or something kind of absurd. Because players don't really get times like that in easy mode too often. So Lunar hasn't broken through too much to the bracket stage, but Thomas, how do you like his chances of moving on in this group?
Yeah, we have to say Lunar's chances pretty good. Obviously we mentioned, this group or pool is pretty deep, but Lunar, he always does quite well in this game. Maybe has never made it to the main bracket, but he has definitely gotten close quite a few times.
I do say it's been a struggle for Lunar to break into the main bracket, but Lunar did actually make the bracket in last year's PPL tournament. It's just Tetra's attack has been a bit more of a stroll, but this seems like Lunar's better game in the series, and this might be one of the better opportunities we've seen for an 11 seed to have a chance to break into the brackets. Also, I'm getting some deja vu because it feels like Lunar is always the 11th seed. I don't know why that is, but this feels like it's not the first time that Lunar has been an 11 seed entering these tournaments. I would have to go back through the earlier footage to confirm, but again, it's always nice to see Lunar come in and hang out around the community. Nice to see him back. And with that, let's take a look at the 2 players who have the best shot of moving into the bracket from this pool, starting with our 6th seed, Bbforky, our assistant tournament organizer, who not only does the speed runs, also has been playing a lot of PvP nowadays, and also actively organizes the PvP tournaments. I believe, as we are speaking right now, he is holding a novice level tournament in the PvP engine that is Panel Attack. So Forky's been very active in the community recently, and has been a face for us for quite some time. Thomas.
Yeah, another one of the OG LPS members from way back when we used to have a Skype group, and we weren't called LPS. We were called Puzzle in General at the time. So, yeah, he's been around a while. He's competing in all the tournaments, both the speedrun and PvP side. So yeah, it's always nice to have our resident Forky participate and, of course, help us out with these tournaments when needed.
Indeed, I need to check one thing before I make my next point. Yes, make sure you grab your Frankerface Z extensions and type resident Forky in the chat. Forky's just a chill dude to hang around. It's just really nice person to talk to and hang out with from time to time. So very nice to see him around. There was a bit of a scare there where we had not heard from Forky for quite some time, but he's recovered from that and getting his hands dirty in a bunch of places in the community. So really nice to have Forky around. I don't know how I would be able to manage these tournaments without Forky's assistance. He was the one that originally put these tournaments on for the first few years of their existence. So again, very nice to have Forky's hand to guide these tournaments where they need to go. But the boss of Pool 3, the number 3 seed, is one who is very intimately familiar with this game and has won this tournament before. It is the 3 seed Tayman ND, a recent transient Canadian moving to Canada to take a job for the government as a statistician. Tayman not only fleet of foot for his Dance Dance Revolution experience, also a fleet of hand for actually being able to tolerate this game quite while qualifying on the Switch, which we've noted in the community has a rather noticeable input delay between when you press the buttons and when they act on screen. So for Tay to still get the top S hard time under those conditions is definitely something to see. Like FFR, would you actually place bets on him actually dragging out his CRT for this tournament? Because we know how good he is. I expect the times to be a lot better if he was on the CRT, and that's very scary.
Yeah, I too had a CRT down here in the basement, but my parents got rid of it for an HDTV, so I had to do some other things to figure out how to play retro games with no input lag. And yeah, Nintendo Switch Online. I mean, I'm so glad that Pokemon Puzzle League was released for that, but yeah, just the input lag is just what is such a deal breaker for me, because with this game, you really gotta play with no input lag, and just any input lag, it just makes this game, just impossibly hard at times. And yeah, I remember doing a NSO release tournament, and playing online is rough.
Oh yeah. I'm very much down on the Switch version's input lag in general. I probably won't find too many situations where I will play that over like the original N64, like for say spa service runs, which we'll see what people decide to do with the spa service tournament when we get to that point. But Tayman, as a a bit of an S-Hard aficionado. Definitely is one of the favorites to win this whole tournament. But let's take a look at who could be the favorite to win this entire pool. This is quite the stack between Tayman and Forky and Lunar and Tolker and Flag. I would not be surprised to see like combinations of 5 different people getting out of this group. FFR, who do you think is going to come out of this group?
Oh boy, well, honestly, the question is whether or not Flag is going to be in tip-top shape for when he is ready for the group stage. Obviously, we know from the past that he has done quite well. So if he is to do well again this time around, then it's going to be tough to pick the 2 people that come out of this group, because we have Lunar, who has done quite well. Hasn't quite made it out of groups, but it's going to be a matter of time before he makes it out of a group stage. Tolker, as we mentioned, really put in the work in this game. And obviously we know Tayman and Forky are both really good, so it's really hard to say, but with how this game can be, there's worlds out there where Tayman may not actually make it out of this pool, and we've seen before that Tayman, he has a really high salt tolerance, but once he starts getting angry, his play kind of goes up a little up in the air. So what? I think depending on how it goes, it's between Flag, Tolker, Lunar, Forky, and Tayman, it's gonna be close. There's a lot of combos of players who can make it out.
I think the odds would have to favor Tayman and Forky in this group. I wish we had the Foxy projection from our very own Foxy Man, but Foxy's been busy moving house the past month, so we don't have that this time around. But if we were taking bets on these players, each of these players making the bracket, I would not hesitate too much to put a sizable amount of money on Flag. Because Flag is a significant wild card in this group, and I would not be surprised to see him beat Forky. In fact, I want to look back to the 2017 tournament, because I think Flag ended up beating... No, did Flag beat Forky at any point in that tournament? I know he beat you, Thomas.
Yeah, I think... I think I finished 4th. It was Flag that did knock me out.
Right. So the only people Flag lost to in that bracket were the 2 people that made it to the finals, which was myself and Forky. So Flag at peak Flag levels is very much a massive threat. So again, if we were taking bets, I would probably put some money on Flag to get out of this group, even though Tayman and Forky are probably the favorites. But yeah, this should be a very interesting pool to watch, and it's not even the most interesting pool in this tournament. Like, oh, you think this group is scary? Oh my goodness, you should take a look at Pool 4. It has already been dubbed the Pool of Death. Let me just show you the 21 seed and show you why Pool 4 is so scary. It's Foxy Man. Our defending Tetris Attack runner-up could not do any runs this month. He's at the 21 seed. So he's about to wreak havoc on a lot of players' days in Pool 4. Man, like, FFR, what do you have to say to this development? Seeing Foxy Man here, what comes through your mind?
Well, one, hopefully you can get some internet up so that he is actually able to partake in this tournament, because you always do like seeing Foxy Man play the game, and he's really good at it. Having come over from the PvP side, and yeah, Group 4. I'm sorry. Yeah. As you can see from the leaderboard, still the current V-Hard world record holder. Yeah, obviously really, really good at this game. And yeah, honestly, you see maybe 21, but you have to make some good bets that Foxy Man can make it out of this pool, despite some of the other players we're gonna see coming up here.
To think that there's a non-zero chance that Foxy Man fails to get out of this group is mind-blowing, because Foxy Man joined these tournaments in 2020 and immediately took the community by storm, coming very, very close to winning it all in the 2020 tournament. It was like Foxy Man just moves so fast and is able to get to so many different combos and chains. It's very hard pressed to imagine Foxy Man not getting out of this group, but this is by far the most stacked group in the entire tournament, and if there's anyone I feel most sorry for in this pool, it is our last newcomer to this tournament, the 20 seed Octo Oil. Yeah. We're really reaching out to all areas for this one, getting the Brits involved as well. Oil is definitely no stranger to speedruns. I think has done some speedrun things related to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon. As you can see from the avatar, she is an avid Splatoon player, but maybe her biggest claim to fame is having world records in a couple of DS games. You might have heard of at least one of them, Shrek Super Slam, the DS version. Don't mind that she's the only person currently running it, but between that and Snowboard Kids, she knows a thing or two around speedruns, and she's definitely dived headfirst into this tournament. So FFR, we're just glad to see her come aboard, aren't we?
Yeah, it's always nice to see new people. I believe Octo Oil is our first British player we've had participate. So I know we've had, I think we have our first German as well. Is that accurate? Hopefully.
I think as far as our tournaments go, we've had a Dutch player, we've had a Swede. I think that's probably all we've ever had from Europe. So yeah, we're definitely reaching out for this one. And Oil, Olivia, I hope you have a good time. Don't get so please don't get so discouraged by the players you're about to face directly, because honestly, all of the other players in this group have a real shot of making it to the bracket. So as much as I didn't want to throw you into the wolves, this is quite the pack to deal with. So I hope you don't get discouraged too much.
Yeah, just have that carry mentality. You know, just have fun with the game.
Yeah, we might have salt and prizes and bragging rights on the line, but at the end of the day, we're just here to have fun. This is a game that frustrates everyone in the community, so we've got to find a way to have fun with it in some form or fashion. Oh, I am getting a reminder from Tetris Attacker in the live chat. Lightsen, who was in our 2019 Puzzle Challenge tournament, is also British. I had completely forgotten about her.
Right.
But yeah, we are definitely getting the outreach out there in the community. So please spread the word. Anyone you know that enjoys playing Puzzle League, maybe they can enjoy the speedrun too. And hopefully, I think getting the Switch release really helped getting more people like Octo Oil in this one. So nice to see more people get involved. But I did mention this was a wolf pack in Pool 4, and one of the more unknown quantities in that pack is our 13 seed GamerX459, who has been a bit inconsistent with his play since coming over from the PvP scene, but Gamer did almost win the last Tetris Attack Redemption bracket. So Gamer has some chops to bring to this field. He did manage to pull a sub 630 easy time in qualifying, so he's got some chances. Thomas, how do you like his chances?
Yeah, we gotta say that, you know, Gamer's chances are pretty good. You know, he's definitely does quite well in these games. Though I kind of have to feel that he's like Ty in a lot of ways, where he can get on sort of like the hottest of streaks, but also the coldest of streaks as well. Kind of depending on you know, how he's playing and how he's feeling.
Yeah, having had some opportunities to look closer at Gamer's play in recent weeks, I do find that he's not always super committed to the double 4 combo strats we hold ourselves to so much, and I find more success from Gamer when he does get those double 4 combos. So if he is able to adhere to that, I do think we're going to see some great things from Gamer in this tournament. And another person we're already seeing some great things from in recent weeks is our 12 seed Tetris Attacker, who has admitted that this qualifying format kind of hindered his performance a little bit, but he has managed to top 4 the two previous PPL tournaments. So Tetris Attacker is a major force to be reckoned with in this group. And just earlier today, I believe it was Tetris Attacker, or was it late last night? Yeah, I think it was late last night. Tetris Attacker posted an S-hard time of 17:38. So, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's pretty fire right there, without a doubt. Because not a lot of people have cut the AT and S-hard. You know, a lot of things have to go right.
Indeed, Tetris Attacker, one of the people to watch out for. To imagine Tetris Attacker not making a bracket is also mind blowing. But there's a very real shot of that in this group. This group is so stacked. There's so many good people who are taking part and all gotten clustered into this group. And one of those people who is someone who has been taking a very critical eye to this game as of late. It is our 5 seed 6. It feels like there's a bit of an imbalance for 6 to not be the 6th seed, but to get that sub 20 S-Hard with his prowess in the lower levels has been good enough for the 5th seed. 6 is such a massive threat. I mean, FFR, you personally know the wrath of 6. You've been on the wrong end of it from him. What do you recall about his style of play?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about what happened in last year's Tetris Tech tournament. The only saving grace is because I ended up winning the tournament still. But yeah, whew, had to make quite the run to make that happen. But yeah, 6. Definitely one of the more chill players that we have in our community. Doesn't really get overly frustrated with his game, and definitely is shown to be quite consistent. Consistently gets pretty good times, not only in this game but in Tetris Attack. So he's definitely got a very good chance this year. Yeah. Unfortunately, 6 couldn't be 6 squared in this group.
Oh man, this is already a very, very stacked group between Foxyman, Endgamer, and Tetris Attacker, and 6. It could be a coin flip to see any 2 of those people make the bracket, right? Like just so good, and it feels very appropriate that our friends at Tetris Attack Online are rating now. I'm pretty sure that's Show Soul behind that. Appreciate that show. It's very appropriate for TAO to be rating at this precise moment, because you think this group is stacked enough? Take a look at our 4 seed. It's the defending Tetris Attack champion, Yoshi. The artist formerly known as Yoshimitsu, now back to being known as Yoshimitsu, has definitely complained about the RNG in this game, but still managed more or less top 3 times in every category. Like Yoshi has had a lot of success in the PvP scene, and definitely wields a keyboard like no other in this community. Man, it's hard to talk about Yoshi's performance and not completely gush over his cursor speed and his ability to incorporate combos and chains. Let it be known that Yoshi wanted to make sure everyone was aware that he likes pizza. So if there's anything you need to know about Yoshi, it's that he likes pizza, as do a lot of people.
Yeah, pizza is good stuff.
So yeah, FFR, Yoshi as the head of this group. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, super stacked group, but yeah, Yoshi just all that cursor speed, and you kind of have to feel bad for probably all the keyboards he's broken. Just mashing all the buttons so quickly and just so cleanly too. It is so impressive to always see Yoshi play this game. Yeah, as you mentioned, I don't know why it says TA 2021 champion. That should be 2022. You know, you don't.
I
Even
was very much in a rush to finish these scenes for.
Dial away from me. It's okay. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Yes, defending Tetris Attack champion holds, well, basically every main Tetris Attack world record as right now. He's just so good, and being that group stage is the lower difficulties, you know, that definitely does favor having a lot of cursor speed, for sure. Especially with, like, easy mode, because you can just, you know, spam combos and whatnot. Be able to run off very fast stages, so... Oh, sorry.
Excuse you, getting choked up about what we're getting from this pool, I see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this pool is just, oh boy.
I should also mention now we are joined by our assistant tournament organizer Bbforky, fresh off of organizing that panel attack tournament that you guys at Tetris Attack Online were watching. So welcome, Forky.
Yo, I'm here fashionably late. I'm here to give my completely accurate takes at the end of this broadcast that will 100% come true like they do every single tournament.
Indeed.
Yeah,
but you've joined at a very nice time, Forky. We are looking at Pool 4 here. There, again, legitimately 5 players who could make a real claim for the top 2 spots in this group. Between Yoshi, between Six, between Tetris Attacker, between Gamer, and lest we forget Foxy Man at the very bottom. Just an absolutely amazing group of players, and only 2 of them can go through to the next round. Forky, who would you take to get out of this group?
Oh my god, this is actually a trap group with Foxy not getting his placements in time. This is rough because I kind of feel bad. I think Six was peaking really high in groups too. So honestly, I mean, I see like almost like anyone in this group can make it out. It's gonna be a little bit rougher for Tetris Attacker and Gamer, but Foxy, Six, and Yoshi, those 3 are like pretty much at even. I want to say Yoshi will still have the edge here because it's going to be lower difficulty focused in the group stage, but between Six and Foxy, I don't know. I might have to give the edge to Six right now, honestly, because he's more in shape right now. I mean, his time seemed really consistent for the lower difficulties. I will never sleep on Foxy, but I think the 2 top seeds here, Yoshi and Six, are probably going to be moving on.
That is definitely a take. I mean, it'll be the first time we see Six and Foxy play against each other. They joined at about the same time, so they're both prominent bracket competitors in these tournaments. So to see one of them go home, it would still be one of the most unlikely outcomes we would ever get to see. FFR, do you think any differently in this group?
Boy, yeah. It's quite something that between, you know, 5 really good players, that only 2 of them are going to make it out. And, boy, yeah, imagine, like, you know, some of these players that, you know, don't make it out of this group, but, you know, imagine how they're going to do in Redemption Bracket. Like, imagine, you know, Foxy Man, TA6, or Yoshi in Redemption Bracket.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. I feel so bad for the people in Redemption Bracket.
Yeah, Nicole, it may not be much of a party in Redemption Bracket this year. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Our resident Redemption dweller, Nicole, is definitely worried about the prospect of 6 making it into the redemption bracket, but it could very well happen. I mean, Yoshi and Foxy was the final of the last Tetris Attack tournament. To put higher odds on 6 to make it into the bracket feels a bit wrong, but you just never know. You just never know. This game is random enough that we could see just about anything happen at this point. And let's make sure we don't overlook the presence of Oil there. Welcome to our tournaments. You are in the most dangerous group these tournaments I've ever seen. I hope you enjoy your stay.
I'm sorry, Oil. That's a rough group to draw for your first tournament. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can still be friends after this.
Oil's gonna get that top level practice and come out and be the best player in the world next year. That's what's gonna happen.
Ooh, I would definitely love to see that redemption arc. But as it stands now, this is gonna be one to look out for. And now that we're through with Pool 4, let's take a refresher back to all of our pools. You can see on screen there. I had to zoom in a bit to make sure you could see all the names. There's Pool 1 on the left with myself, Ty, I Like Being Smart, Razorflame, and Zeplander. Pool 2, FFR Pro, Corey, BLD, Fate7799, Fortnite Mike, and Fudu. Pool 3, Tayman ND, Bbforky, Lunar Chimera, Tolker, Karaoke, and Flagglestan. And Pool 4, Yoshi112, 6, Tetris Attacker, GamerX459, Octo-Oil, and Foxy Man. Let's start with you, FFR. Who would you pick to come out of each group?
Oh boy. Okay, well, so we'll start with Group 1 here. Cards, definitely. The second person, I'll give the slight edge to Ty, because, it's definitely more cursor speed and, familiar with the PvP scene. Although, see, it's so tough with Group 1, that second person, because Ty and Nicole are so close. It's just such a toss-up. Group 2, I think it'll be me and Corey. I think that's kind of like the most set, 2 players to make it out of there. Fate, Fortnite Mike can definitely make a splash. Fate, I'm sorry, right? Fate, you're a great player. I'm hoping that you can take Corey down, but Corey's pretty good. He's definitely good at that lower difficulties. Now, Pool 3. See, Pool 3 and Pool 4, they're going to be the toughest to predict who's going to come out of here. If I had to say for Pool 3, if I had to pick, safe bet is going to be Tayman. He usually makes it out of groups in these tournaments. Between, the other 4 possibilities, Flagglestan is, the biggest wild card. If he's playing well, he can definitely get that second spot. Obviously, we know Forky is, definitely probably good. I would say a better chance at that second spot over Flag. Tolker's been putting in a lot of work. Same with Lunar. I think if I had to pick Pool 3, I would say Tay and Forky. And then Pool 4. Yeah, Pool 4. That's it for Pool 4. It's just so up in the air. It's just so hard to pick two for Pool 4.
It's really hard to have a proper discussion of Pool 4 with with so many names so deep, but yeah, I think most of the top seeds are fairly set in where they're going to end up. I think it will be me and Ty coming out of Pool 1. I think Ty just has a little bit higher of a ceiling than Nicole, and I know Smart is one of my biggest fangirls, and she might agree with that just a little bit. So no hard feelings, Nicole. Just trying to see it like it is. Pool 2, I think it's going to be FFR and Corey. It's the three newcomers to the tournament in one group. Gonna be hard to break through people who've been a bit more established. Pool 3, I do think it's going to be Tayman and Forky. I've seen Lunar come up small in several moments, so I don't know what kind of a shot he's got. And yeah, I don't know what I can rely on from Flag. He's not been 100% in recent weeks, so if he's gonna be able to channel anything, then Forky, I would tell you to look out. But I think you and Tayman have the fastest track to the bracket in Pool 3, and then Pool 4. I think it has to be Yoshi and Foxy. It really gonna depend on when Foxy's gonna get his internet for how much time he's gonna be able to practice. I should also mention, for those of you who are not here for the end of the qualifying stage, Foxy Man's graphics card also died, so he's having to play on a different emulator as well, which is a thing to get used to. It's gonna be a bit of a toss-up what we see from Foxy Man as well, but I think he has the consistency at the lower levels to beat 6. So I'm gonna give the edge to Foxy Man in Pool 4. And all right, Forky, you've been promising some hot takes. What have you got for these pools?
All right. Well, I'll briefly recap Pool 4 since I talked about it when I got here, but I think it's going to be so tough. I am still going to stick with my Yoshi in 6, but I think 6 versus Foxy, it's going to be one of my 2 highlight matches to look out for. Like 6, he has that consistency that he's been playing with recently. Foxy, as you mentioned, with the GPU issues and playing a different emulator. I mean, he does really good with no practice, but we'll have to see when it comes up. That's going to be a really tough match. We'll go backwards. We'll go to Group C. I'm going to go 4-0, not dropping a single game in the group, obviously. 3-0K, 3-0 Flag. I mean, it's wrapped up there. But, I mean, honestly, though, Tay has been performing pretty well. Lunar, his lower level times are pretty incredible compared to the rest of the group. I think he's still a bit of an underdog, but honestly, it would not shock me if Lunar ended up winning the entire group if me and Tay are having a bad day. I'm going to stick with the favorites, though, with me and Tay, because I think just past results have shown it, but I will not sleep on Lunar at all. And Flag, yeah, he's the wild card, as we mentioned. We'll just have to see what he brings when he shows up, because he was an S-hard specialist kind of in the first place, so I don't know how he would fare in the lower difficulties. Going to the second group, Fate, and I'll give a shout out to Fortnite Mike down there as well. Big wild card. I don't know if he actually properly learns the game. He's a very prominent PvP player and has the speed to get there. So, I mean, he could throw a wrench in this, but Corey's performance in qualifying was just really, really good, and that's just going to play to his strengths here in the group stage with those easy to hard times. So FFR Pro and Corey are going to be really hard to beat right there. And then, of course, with Group A. I mean, Cards, you've had some shaky group matches in the past, but I think with the tone you set with 4 of the 5 best times in here, including the ones that we're going to be seeing in polls, I'll find it really tough for you to drop this group. But I am very intrigued in this group. With Razor and Zep at the bottom, they're actually in the last tournament in the same group as well, so I'm excited to see that run back. And then Ty and Nicole have so much history too. And you know what? I think I'm going to give Nicole the edge here. They've played in PPL before, and it seems like Nicole usually gets the edge there when they played in Redemption last year, and Ty was getting the edge in Tetris Attack. I don't know. It just seems, because I think Nicole likes Puzzle League more than Tetris Attack. Maybe she'll channel a little bit of that energy there and be able to take down Ty. But I mentioned Six and Foxy Man was the first of the 2 matches to watch. Ty and Nicole are the second one. That one should probably go to Game 5. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh man, there were definitely a few spicy takes in there. Glad to see it. So before we get to the schedule, who's going to be playing who when, let's give our brief thoughts as to who's going to win it all. FFR, who you got taking the whole thing?
Well, who do you think I'm gonna pick? I'm the defending champion. I gotta defend my my title here. I gotta defend at least one of the 2.
Okay, let's ask a different question. Who do you think you're going to be facing?
Yeah, there's a few people that definitely I could be facing in my road to hopefully defending my title. I think I wouldn't mind seeing a myself and Tay, two past champions going at it in grand finals.
That would be a very interesting matchup, indeed. All right, Forky, who you got?
Me, next question.
Who are you playing against?
Who am I playing against? It doesn't matter. It's a 4-0.
No shot.
Probably like Fudu, I think. Me and him in the finals.
Oh, yes! Oh, I love that so much.
Honestly,
wasn't that the Combo Breaker final?
It was, or no, well, we did play. It was a semi-final match.
Okay.
But
Couldn't remember.
Honestly, some feels magical about it. I might see a Tay man get to the finals this time. I don't know. It seems like Tay is due for that run back up again, and based on that SR time that he got in qualifiers, it seems like he's on his game right now, so I would not be surprised to see him get back up there. And then, honestly, it's just a toss-up who's feeling hotter. I mean, FFR, U Cards, Yoshi, 6. Anyone in the top 8, it's going to be really hard to predict. But I'm going to lean, I'm going to say me versus Tay. We're going to fight in groups, and then we're going to fight in the finals. Let's see it.
I don't think we'll have seen that properly happen since the Puzzle Challenge tournament in 2019. So maybe someone can root for that history to repeat itself. But I think Tayman's gonna figure it out this year. I think he's actually gonna take the time to set up his CRT, and I think he's the most consistent in S-Hard, and that's gonna be enough for him. He'll be able to get through the V-Hard competition just fine, I would think. Although if I run into him again, we've had some epic 7-game sets in recent history. So who knows what could happen there. I don't think I'm consistent enough with S-Hard to stand up to anyone else at the top, but you never know. You just never know with this game. There's so many unpredictable unknowns that can happen, especially with how these opponents play. You don't get the same experience every time, and we think we know what's going to happen with this tournament, but you don't actually know. So we'll just have to tune in to find out how that is going to go down. And now it is time to show you exactly how that is going to go down. I have a somewhat last minute scrambled together a full schedule for the tournament, so you'll be able to see just how everything is going to happen in what order. So if everything goes well, I think we'll play out the tournament like this. And you can see we've got some interesting scheduling things afoot here. Due to the odd number of matches they're going to have to happen every week in pools 3 and 4, they're going to be quite scattered a bit, but we've got some spicy matchups in here. We go through the entire board. We could spend minutes talking about the entire board, but I do want to hit up on a couple of highlights. We are going to try lead with Tetris Attacker and Foxy Man. I think of all the interesting matchups from Pool 4, I think that's the one we could most stand to see as the opener. So assuming Foxy Man is able to get his internet going, then we should be able to see a very spicy matchup at the Open. We're also next Sunday gonna hope to see Yoshi and Six get together, because I really didn't know where else to place them.
God, I totally overlooked that when I was first glancing at it. Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, all of the matchups between the seemingly top 3 in Pool 4 are going to be nuts. Like Pool 4 is going to be almost a highlight in every single week. Let's see what else is notable here. Again, Saturday the 17th, the 5-12 matchup, Six and Tetris Attacker, very, very spicy still. And then to finish it out for that weekend, I'm gonna be hoping to get my first match against I Like Being Smart. So we'll get those matches going then. Saturday the 24th. I think we could see a couple of close matchups with Corey and Mike and Tolker and Flagelstan. There might be a few surprises in there. I won't count out Razorflame to do as much to Ty as he did to Foxy Man. Razorflame is definitely one to worry about in this tournament. And then on Sunday the 25th, Six against Gamer. Again, all the Pool 4 matchups are so tough to call. They're gonna be all bangers all the way through. We're gonna get to October 1st. We got the Tayman Forky matchup. So that's gonna be one for the ages.
Don't tune in. It's gonna be a quick 3-0. Just move on.
Well, not to mention Tetris Attacker and Gamer. That's gonna be another pivotal matchup in Pool 4. So many pivotal matchups in Pool 4. It seems very redundant to say at this point. And then on Sunday the 2nd, you'd hope to see Corey, BLD, and FFR square off, as well as myself against Ty running that back. And also, yeah, let's also not forget Yoshi and Foxy Man. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not even setting that as the final match of the pool stage. Yoshi Foxy, just how does this happen? Seriously, I need to be able to rework the seeding format so that way this doesn't happen again, because this feels very unfair. Feels very unfair to just about everyone in Pool 4. I don't have another way to do it at the moment. So this is the way it will end up being. October 8th, you got Yoshi and Gamer, Corey and Fate to round out those pools on Saturday the 8th. Sunday the 9th is when the pool stage should be done proper, and it's going to end with a very big banger of a doubleheader at the end. Six and Foxy Man, Ty and Smart.
Did you read my mind when I said those were the 2 matches to watch for the tournament cards? You knew, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh, I knew. I definitely identified these 2 matchups as the ones to look out for the most. They are gonna be.
That's the perfect closer. Well done, cards. Well done.
Oh, Nicole's cursing me in the live chat already. I've been called a diabolical schedule maker more than a couple of times, and I think I have done it again. I'm sorry, Nicole.
Yeah, that last weekend is insane with all the matchups. That's if you're gonna tune in to see just one weekend, you got to go for this final one here.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely the last weekend. Oh boy, so stacked. Though like every weekend has some like really good matchups. So every weekend is gonna be a good one to watch. Really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, so much to look forward to in the pool stage, and yeah, that's all there is to the pool stage. But we've got more tournament after that. As you can see on the 15th and 16th, those are primarily going to be makeup days for the main tournament if we need them. But if we don't, then we should have marathon and spa service tournaments on those days. So if you want to get in on those tournaments, the signups are still open at start.gg. Those are the days we will expect those to happen. So it's gonna be quite a change of pace to have at that point. And then after that, for the rest of October and November, we'll see the brackets. We've got we're gonna have winners semifinals and losers round 1 match on each day if we can handle it. Then the losers quarterfinals, winners semifinals, and losers finals happening on the same day, because that seemed to work out pretty well for scheduling and speeding the tournament up in the Tetris Attack tournament. So I'm bringing that back. And then November 19th is when we hopefully get our grand finals, when we will crown a champion. And then after the grand finals, we will have our redemption bracket party. And then we'll probably need all 2 days of it to make that happen. So I am hopeful that we can get everything in before our Thanksgiving comes around. So it's gonna be this is gonna be a lot of fun indeed. I will make sure to post a link to the schedule in our Discord and on our Twitter at Puzzle Speedrun. So make sure you look out for that to find out when everything is going to happen. Got a question about stage clear. This is the spa service tournament on the 16th of October. That is when we are getting that game on. So several people have their calendars circled for that. Let's see, is there anything else to talk about with respect to the schedule? Yeah, again, there are a lot of bangers on all of these days, so make sure you don't miss any of them. It's gonna be great. But yeah, that is going to do it for everything to talk about going into this tournament. We've got 22 players. We've got a lot of players with chances to win them all. Definitely can't wait to see how it all unfolds. So let's leave with some final thoughts about what we're about to see. Let's start with you, FFR. What have you got to say?
Yeah, every weekend is gonna be really good. You know, just every weekend just has a few really good matchups. So it's gonna be so fun to watch. And the only reason I like my group is because it has the least amount of scary people in it. So very fortunate I was able to get a decent draw.
Yeah,
Decent.
we'll see.
You know, second seed decent.
Just decent, only decent. But yeah, Forky, you saw a little bit of what is expected to happen. What do you think about it?
I think it's going to be some really interesting matchups. I hope we get some upsets because, I mean, it was good because like the 8 players who were projected to make it out in the Tetris Attack tournament this year did. But I think we have a pretty good chance of seeing some really good upsets and maybe some people that we didn't think were going to make top 8 ended up doing it. So, yeah, I'm just very excited to see how everything turns out. Stay tuned for everything. Just support the tournament in general. And, yeah, let's just hope for some good Puzzle League.
Oh, yeah, we are definitely going to hope for some really great Puzzle League. And we should see a bunch of it starting next weekend. We'll be right back here on September 10th, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, bringing you the first matches of the pool stage of the One-Player Stadium Tournament. So make sure you tune in for that. That's going to do it for our preview of the tournament. So thank you to everyone who's been tuning in to this point. Hope you stick around. If you're watching this on YouTube, it should be coming. The video should be coming out on Thursday before the matches start. So hope you will tune in for that. So for Bbforky, for FFR Pro 21, and everyone else at the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, this has been Cards of the Heart, and until next time, everyone, happy puzzling.
Later, guys.
Bye-bye.